Hello StarCraft fans, this is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between MperorM and Tomikus on Frost, the latter edition. In the bottom right side of the map we have the blue Zerg player, it is Tomikus. And in the top left side of the map we have the green Terran player, it is MperorM. That is difficult to say, but this is a GM level ladder game sent to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com. I'm always welcome. I'm always welcoming GM level ladder games. If you're one of those and you have one that is very excellent, go ahead and send it to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com and you'll probably get cast. If you want to get cast, go ahead and include your Twitter handle so I can include it in my tweet. That way you get notified when I cast your game. Alright, so here we are. I gotta figure out how to say this name. MperorM. MperorM. Can we just call him Emperor? Is that fine? Or Mper? Mper, like Emperor. Maybe we'll go with that. Mper. Looks like he is playing for, is that Eric? APEC Gaming. And in the bottom right, the Zerg player is playing for Deka. DK, little logo spinning there. That's very fantastic. Good to see. Good to see faux show. Barracks just now wrapping up here for Mper. Does have a single refinery getting all that gas. Going to have about 50 by the time this barracks finishes. So I feel like this should be a prime candidate for our Reaper name system. And production tab says it is in fact a Reaper. So let's pull up that Reaper name list. And this Reaper's name is going to be Full Metal Reaper. After losing his mother in a botched attempt at human transmutation that cost him an arm and a leg. Wow. The Terran Dominion gave him a new metal leg and arm and then stuck him in a Reaper suit and said, "Go kill enemies of the Dominion." Ah, that's a Full Metal Alchemist reference. That is one of the best shows I've ever watched. It's an anime, and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is the one you want to watch if you're curious. Because basically what happened was there was a very famous manga, which is just basically a Japanese comic book, and they started the TV show before the manga finished. And so basically the manga was very, very slow at finishing the story. So the TV show basically caught up to where the manga was. And then they said, should we halt it or should we just make up our own ending? And they made up their own ending. And it wasn't really that great. So after the manga finished, they did Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, where they stayed true to the original manga material. So it was on Netflix for a while. I'm not sure if it's still anymore, but just great stuff indeed. It does involve some loss. The main characters did lose their mother, One of them lost an arm and a leg. And so this actually makes this guy a protagonist. Sometimes these guys aren't protagonists necessarily in these Reaper suits, but this one is. So we'll cheer for him. See how many kills he can get as he swings around into this natural base. Good job. Good reaction time, changing one of those drones into a Spore Crawler to save it from dying. Queen is out. Reaper does manage to get a drone kill. And can he escape? Yes. Oh, and he escaped with 4 hit points remaining. The Queen tries to take him down. Can't quite get it. He does manage to escape. To check for a quick third base that the Zerg player might have. Allow those combat drugs to heal him right on up. And the expansion is up for Mper. But look at this. There are lings here. Oh, good lift. Good lift. But look, there are 6 lings here. Oh no, get out of there, SCVs. 2 Marines trying to... Good stutter step micro. Are they going to get pinned inside, though? They're trying to get... No, they all end up getting killed. They can't get rid of all of the Zerglings. And this effectively shuts this thing down. Some Marines and SCVs are coming up now to deal with the remaining lings here. Meanwhile, where'd our Reaper buddy go? Did he go back home to help defend? He did. He went back home to help defend, but I feel like it might have been a better choice for him to stay here where there are no lings to kill him. And he is faster and more mobile than Queens are. Ah, that's okay. That is all right. Dealt with the infestation fairly well. It's 28-33 Harvesters. Third base now taken by Tomikus here in the top leftish, away from his natural. Again, this place right to the left of his main, there's that high ground you have to worry about getting harassed from through the entire game. It's terrible to worry about. Yes, you do have to worry about tanks sitting here behind where he did take his third base and shelling his mineral line, but it just seems like a little bit easier to access than this high ground stuff that Terran fans are so fond of. Overlord speed is complete. Tomikus gets a nice scout out here. Does see the starport going down onto the reactor. Sees the tech lab working. Sees a factory flying around. Going to be a pretty darn standard play here from our green Terran player, Emperor. Wait, is that what it is? Emperor? MperorM? Oh. MperorM. Maybe that's what it is. Huh. I kind of like that. Kind of like it indeed. Alright, so meanwhile, Creed's Pride looking okay. Tomikus going for that, like, mass Queen opener that is so famous right now and so popular among Zergs. He's got 3. He's got 2 more on the way. I guess he has 3 bases. That's not a crazy number of Queens. Making Roaches now 8 Roaches, getting +1 ground carapace. Wonderful job going against this Marine-heavy composition that Emperor is dealing with. So trying to load up the medevacs. Time to head on down south and down over to the right. See what damage can be done. The Overlord spread is pretty good. Pretty good for Tomikus, though. He should be able to see this coming in no problem. Although, taking the center route is Emperor. Alright, so Reaper is back here. Oh, Full Metal Reaper got just destroyed here at the third base. 3 queens took him down. That's brutal. Brutal ending to that story. 5 drones on the way for Tomikus, droning like a crazy person. Still, 2 bases for Emperor. Looks like he might try to end this thing now. I don't see really any sign of a third anytime soon. Doesn't have a third command center. Not really scouting out potential places for a third, but here he comes. Stimming forward with his Marines. Gonna try to deal with these roaches. Nope, just kidding. This many roaches. What is it? 2, 4, 6, 8, like 12 roaches and 3 queens? No way. Sorry, Marines. Not gonna happen. Unless you have good upgrades. You don't quite have those yet. Combat shield is not done. You don't have +1/+1. It's rough. Yes, you have the healing, but roaches do a lot of damage to you. You don't do very much damage against them. So trying to sneak on up here into the main and get some damage done. The roaches moving on up. Does he have Glial Reconstitution? He does not. That's a big deal. You need Glial Reconstitution to deal with this. But the roaches get there just in time anyway. Kill a Marine, force another retreat. Queens are stabbing away into the sky at these medevacs, swinging up to this third base. There are 2 roaches defending here, but I'm not sure if that's going to be enough. Does he want to land Spore Crawler? Oh, Liberator's here too. Did not see the Liberators here. Excellent job. Spore Crawler trying to take down that medevac. Does get the medevac just before it dies. Roaches walking into those circles of doom to finish it off. Picking up and retreating is MperorM, but these are problem Liberators here. The Queens, can they hit? Oh, just outside of the range of that circle. Can't get this one to the south. And Liberator dies. Other one forced to pick up and retreat. Replacement Spore Crawler is here to chase her away as well. Any kills on those Liberators? Yeah, 3. 5 drones lost their lives. So nice job, Emperor, setting up an attack here at the third while attacking inside the main, really keeping Tomikus' attention. That's what you got to do. That's what you have to do. Spore Crawler, oh, does take down that second Liberator as she went over to the natural base. Did get a couple more workers. 7 drones have been killed so far. It is 58 to 54. Harvester's third base is up and running for Emperor. Same spot, mirror image of where Tomikus took his. Alright, so far Tomikus is pooping creep here at a potential 4th base by Emperor to the right side of the main base. Marines, Marauders, Tanks, and Liberators coming out for Emperor. Gotta love that. +1 missile attack, +1 ground carapace, Glial Reconstitution on the way for the Tomikus. And here comes a flying tank Marine push with a single Marauder. Nope, 2 Marauders. 2 Marauders coming right up the middle here. Again, run, Queen, run. Creep spread is allowed to continue, but here comes a scan. I bet more you anything. There it is. There's the scan. All the creep tumors die. Great placement for that scan for Emperor. Just beautiful. Killing the creep tumors. We have another drop coming along this left side. Going to try to harass this 4th base that doesn't even exist yet. But Emperor is getting a head start on that one. Does Emperor want to push onto this creep? I don't think he does. He really doesn't. Throwing up another Spore Crawler back here is Tomikus. I like that. Marines dropping in to try to force a cancel on this 4th that is just now starting. And can they get it? They force the cancel. Some roaches show up and try to shut this thing down. Tank dealing with a Spore Crawler here at the third base. Does get rid of it again from across that chasm, which is kind of the problem here. Drop. Liberator attack here at the natural base. The multi-pronged harass by Emperor is actually kind of insane, you guys. Queen trying to take it down, but that Liberator has 8 kills. 8 kills. Meanwhile, moving on in here, taking out the other Spore Crawlers. Small number of roaches and Ravagers. Big number, actually, here at the third. Is able to push that away, but Marines doing some more damage inside the main. Some more roaches here. Good job splitting his forces from Tomikus. And the Queen does take down the Liberator. So a lot of dead workers. 18 dead drones so far at 65 to 55. Total Harvesters. Tanks setting up at this third base, just absolutely laying waste to those drones, but it's forced to retreat as 5 Queens show up. 5 Queens do show up, attempting to retake his 4th base. Here is Tomikus. And more Liberators, Marines, and Marauders coming out for Emperor. And yeah, Tomikus just working on that roach play, getting +2 missile attack, getting more Queens, not neglecting upgrades, despite all of the harassment he has been under so far in this match. Does not quite have the full saturation on his geysers here at his third base, but I assume he knows what he's doing there. Oh, he fully saturates 1. So yeah, he's paying attention at the very least. Could probably spread some more creep with these Queens, unless they want to save that energy for transfuses. Nope. Now throwing down those creep tumors. Fungal growth on the way for Tomikus. He's planning on getting some infestors, which is great. Replacing those dead workers. Trying to take a lead on his opponent, but he's down 67 to 56 total workers. +2/+2 on the way for Emperor as well. Looking very good. Very good indeed. Is he going to be able to... the question is, can Tomikus get off this Roach Ravager stuff? I mean, he does have an infestation pit, which is great. And a Liberator flying in for Emperor. No! Flies right over 3 Queens. Gets destroyed. +2 attack on those queens. So darn good. Moving in with the Marines and the tanks. These guys are in trouble. I don't know if Roaches can handle this. Get out. And they do. They're retreating. Ravagers on the way. A better choice in this situation. Beginning of right behind the third base. Sniping off that extractor quick as a wink. And going in here is Tomikus. Corrosive Biles trying to land on top of the tanks. They kill one of them. That's pretty good. Force the other two to be picked up. But there are 4 tanks still here. Amazing micro on display from Emperor. Keeping those tanks alive. Except for this guy right here who is going to fall. But Tomikus does manage to push it away. One of his tanks is left. Medevac carrying it very low on HP, 10 to her name. And it is 4 base to 3 base. Another Liberator attack from Emperor. What is happening? Wow, Emperor doing a great job. I mean, not really keeping care of his Liberators. They're dying at a fairly rapid rate. 5 have been killed so far, but has killed a ton of workers. 31 drones! 31 drones have been killed so far. It's 72 to 50. Total harvesters. The multi-pronged harass from Emperor has just been insane. Absolutely crazy. More creep spread continuing up north, towards the middle, down toward the south. Not as extensive as it could be just because of the constant harassment here from Emperor. And he's going to come back again. He's got more tanks, more Marines, +2/+2, just a few seconds away from completing. More Liberators. A hive is on the way for Tomikus, and he has Infestors coming out. So some good fungal growths could help him immensely. Some fungal biles actually could really wreck Emperor's day. I'm not sure if he wants to see that or not. He doesn't. I'm sure he doesn't. I'm sure he woke up this morning and said, I don't want to see any fungal biles when I play on the ladder today. Takes the Zelnaga Watchtower to the south, murdering the Roach holding it previously. Coming up to clear some more of this creep out. +2 is just about to complete. There's a nice fungal, but no follow-up. Oh, trying to chain fungal it maybe? I don't know. Does kill a group of Marines with 2 fungals, which is nice, but now I think the Infestors are out, and the Roaches and Ravagers are forced to hang into this together. Can they do it? They're okay with it, I guess. Another nice fungal there. Swinging right on in, and what do we got? Marauder doesn't end up getting killed. Tank's not quite in a position to assist with that. Coming in, getting some more shots off on that extractor. They already killed once here at the third base. And what does Tomikus have? Does Tomikus have enough to handle this thing? I don't know if he does. Moving on in, taking tank fire is not what you want to do. The +1 has completed on those tanks. More Marines streaming across. This might be the beginning of the end for Tomikus. He's got more Roaches, more Ravagers on the way. But like I say, the upgrades for Terran matter more and more as time goes on. Good fungal on this right side. Corrosive Biles landing and trying to kill the tanks. They kill one, I think. They do manage to kill one. Another one falls before it can manage to get back up here. And Tomikus once again forces the Terran army back here at the 12-minute mark. But yet another Liberator here at the third base. Emperor is doing a brilliant job doing big pushes and small Liberator attacks, small drops in places where Tomikus is not paying attention to it. And honestly, I'm having a hard time keeping up with it as well. It's just been fantastic. It is 60 to 69 total harvesters. The fourth base is up and happily running. For Emperor, his pressure has not allowed Tomikus any kind of window to harass him. It's going to come around this bottom side with 2 medevacs flying over this creep. Bloop. Just now completed creep tumor. Trying to sneak on in. I think Tomikus should see this, obviously, and he is sending some units down, but another push up the middle here. Not looking good. Not looking good for Tomikus. Tanks setting up, Infestors getting killed by tanks before they can actually get close to do anything whatsoever. Some Roaches coming on down, and Emperor just going right for that hatch, but I think they're going to get cleared out before they can do much at all. And yes, they are forced to pull up and back out here. More and more drones dying here at the third base. Scans, creep tumors getting cleared on out. And this creep is not actually connected between the third and the fourth, which is a bit of a problem for these queens who are trying to play base defense. But no, good transfuse. Keeping that queen alive. Tanks just having a field day here. 10 kills on one. 5 kills on the other one. Corrosive Bile, Fungal Bile taking out a couple medevacs, which is very nice to see indeed for the Zerg player. He's got more and more Roaches coming in. I don't see any sign of him going for Ultras, unfortunately. He's kind of stuck on the Roach Ravager. And as I say, around that 12, 13-minute mark, things start to go really bad for Roach Ravager Zergs. Can he transition out of this thing or not? It's 122 to 116 total supply. 58 harvesters remaining. 43 drones have been killed so far by Emperor. Can he force back the Terran player another time? He's going to try to do it. Crosabile trying to catch those medevacs. Can't quite get a handle on that one there. Any more Liberators I missed attacking during that main attack? No, but a fifth base. A fifth base is here for Emperor as well, just south of his third. 74 to 58 total harvesters. The Zerg player does not want to be down in bases. He does not want to be down in workers. Vipers coming out for Tomikus. So that seems good. He does have some idle workers here at this extractor. Does manage to move them away elsewhere. He hasn't actually replaced the extractor at his third that he's lost 2 times already tonight. And what are we doing? More tanks, more Marauders, Liberators coming on down, and the tanks just laying waste to everything here. And pushing forward, though, Tomikus, he does not want to see this. Crows of Bile, huge hit! Whoa! Taking out a lot of medevacs there. Whoa! How many medevacs have been killed? 11 so far. 11 medevacs, 10 tanks, 154 Marines, 100 Roaches have lost their lives, 4 Infestors, and 48 drones. So I feel like Tomikus needs to expand here, or he needs to tech up. He needs to make some kind of a choice that is not just continuing to make Roaches and Ravagers and Infestors. That +3/+3 for Emperor is just about complete. And this is where Terran gets really scary against a Roach Ravager playing Zergy. So Tomikus is what? I need you to see you do something, Tomikus. Liberator did show up to harass a non-existent base. Gets Crosabile to death. That was interesting. I mean, maybe transferring workers? I don't know. Another Liberator coming on down. I think Emperor's just sending these blind, actually. Gonna try to come down and harass this 4th base again. Has a pretty good spot for it. Just out of the range of that Spore Crawler. And here we go. Let's count the dead workers. 1, 2, 3. Dead worker count so high right now. So darn high. It's at 58. Killing larva as well. It just slows down the production abilities of the Zerg. Spore Crawler tries to come into position. Oh, what a great spot by Emperor. Big attack on it this way. More fungal bile, though, clearing that one out. Tompkins pushed that away very easily indeed, but this Liberator has 9 total kills, has shut down all mining operations at this 3rd base, and is basically a Terran hero. 59 drones have been killed. It's 74 to 43 Harvesters. Overlord finally comes over to provide sight for the Spore Crawler, because that was the problem. Spore Crawler was close enough, but Liberator was on this high ground just to the south of this 3rd base, or 4th base, rather. And actually, Tomikus, for the first time today, is going to go for a counterattack. So here he comes. Roaches, Ravagers, Infestors, Liberators setting up their shop, though. Crosabile's landing and killing 2 of the Liberators very nicely. Great play by Tomikus. He's getting +3 missile attack, but these Marines and Marauders have +3. They're not messing around here today. Medevac might get caught. What is that Viper for? Maybe for a parasitic bomb on the Liberators. Great split, though, on the Liberators, not allowing that to happen. Is he walking in? He's kind of getting trapped right now. He is trapped. He's getting surrounded, yanking in one of the tanks with the Abduct. Nice fungal on the Infestors, but is it going to be enough here? Crosabiles are killing a couple of the Ravagers. They're forced to retreat. Infestors get left behind and melted. Tomikus does not have very much left, and that's it. A GG from Tomikus. Tomikus is defeated, and MperorM is victorious. Woo! That was non-stop. That was some good harassment by Emperor pretty much the entire game. The multi-prong stuff, the attacks up the middle, the drops to the main. I think he attacked every mineral line that Tomikus had at least once, several times down here at the 4th. Also, the 3rd was under heavy assault more than once in that game. And this is how this works, Terran players. 59 drones killed. 59 had a 20 worker lead on his opponent. Did not let him get the economy up to get those ultras at all. Really forced him to stay on the Roach, Ravager, Infestor play with Viper, which I liked out of Tomikus. But again, once these upgrades get going on the bio, you just can't handle it. You just can't handle it as Zerg, especially if you're only at 2-2. Especially if you're only at 2-2. So congratulations to Emperor. Well done representing the Terrans on the channel. And that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitch, or rather not Twitch anymore, Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself. Patrons! Nicholas Cheek, Sean Govin, Nick Riley, Josh Cornelius, Jin, Robert Farmer, KN, Matt Meermans, Hekon Marcus, Christopher, Alex Coffey, Ben Raboyne, 19 Day, Kith Garlow, Alexander Canaris, Complex, Ian Westbrook, Michael McIntosh, Sam Estagoy, Bo Brissett, Kale Anderson, Trevor Smith, Matt Hadin, GMP, Sik Kupata, Pedro Batsaris, Michael Wellen, Plaid, Henry Cooper, Clayton Knight, Jan Kodera, Kevin Chang, Rajiv Bhatt, link at the top right. Thank you. Bye.